What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be sharing with you all my skincare routine. Now I get asked about my skin quite a lot. I would like to share a real look at my skincare routine just so you understand why and how my skin looks the way it does. I do not have perfect skin, but what I do to my skin helps it maintain its appearance, I guess. So, my skin type. I would like to think that I have normal / kind of dry skin depending on the year. My skin does not produce a lot of oil. Usually it's just the oil from my hair that transfers to my face. So on a normal day, I would say I have dry to normal skin. Secondly, what I want to say is a lot of the reason my skin looks the way it does is because of genetics. So my parents have pretty good skin. Secondly, my skin color factors into that. Because I have a lot more melanin than most people, my skin looks smoother. A lot of times blemishes do not show up as much. I do get hyperpigmentation, which has started getting worse as I gotten older, but when I get pimples, they don't get red and really show, so it appears that I have extremely smooth skin when I still have problem areas. Now I mentioned genetics, I mentioned my skin color and all that other stuff, but I forgot to mention the OG recipe, which is water. Water is pretty much like my base drink, and then if I drink juice or something else, that's kind of just like a treat, or like I'll just add it on. But it really does just clean out your toxins and just helps keep your skin looking nice. One of the most important things is I will remove my makeup before I go to sleep, or if I've had it on my face for a long day. As soon as I get in my car, wipe that stuff off. If I leave makeup on for too long, I will start to break out, and that's not what's popping. So make sure you take off your makeup before you go to sleep, or if you've had your makeup on all day. On to my problem areas. Obviously my skin changes and has changed as I've gotten older, but some things have remained the same, and that is my #1 problem area, which is my nose. I've always had very little bumps on my nose, as if they were like blackheads that just haven't breached the surface of my skin. So I have to try some different methods. If you guys have any suggestions for that, please leave them down below. I will say I'm somebody who touches their nose a lot. I will rub my nose, I will scratch my nose. When my face is itchy, it's always in my nose area, so I'm always like here, so that probably does not help the fact that I have little bumps on my nose. Secondly, as far as my nose area, I have pores in this area that are they're not extremely huge, but if you look closely, you will see that I have pores here. Again, it's probably because I put my hands around my nose a lot. As far as hormonal acne, that's usually the only time I really break out, is around my period, or B, if I've eaten a lot of sugar. But when they happen, especially if it's a bad one, it's usually one giant pimple, or like 1 or 2 scattered around, or a small constellation on the side of my face. But the main area that will happen more recently actually is this area of my face. I will get marks like this one here and this one here, and especially in this area, they're blemishes that get trapped underneath the skin. But also that same type of acne will appear here on my face. Sometimes it'll be like dead in the center of my forehead, which usually happens the day before I have a photo shoot. I don't know if it's stress, I don't know if it's because I start eating unhealthily because subconsciously I'm stressed, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through my skincare routine. I do have a basic skincare routine, but a lot of times in different days throughout the week, I will switch it up, add things, subtract things, you know, stuff like that. So let's start from the beginning, and let me show you the products that I actually use now. Okay, so first, like I said, when I wake up in the morning, I like to use a gentle cleanser on my face, just so it's not so abrasive when I wake up. And I use 2, but that's because I use them in combination with each other. Now the only reason I do that is because I used to use the Cetaphil one, this is actually the Walmart version of the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, but this one, my complaint about it is it does not foam at all. It has very little, when you rub it on your face, it literally just feels like you're rubbing the product around. Once you wash it off, it is cleaning. But I personally, I know this isn't necessary, but I wanted to have that kind of foam still in my you know, washing process in the morning. So I had this at my house, and one day I just decided, hey, let me combine these two and see what works. And these two things together are actually a really good cleanser. It goes from being extremely gentle to gentle with a little kick to it. So it actually cleans my face, leaves it feeling nice and refreshed, but also doesn't dry it out like this one does by itself. And a lot of times what I'll do in the morning is I'll use a little silicone rubber pad, mix it together and wet my face, and then, you know, work that around on my face. And I find that it's the perfect gentle light exfoliation without being too harsh for when I actually go out into the sun. And I know a lot of people use the silicone Clarisonic Mia, I think that's what it's called. But this is literally like $2. I got it from Marshall's and it comes with a 2-pack. I love these things. I would suggest you buying these. It's so much more hygienic that way with the silicone one. They're easy to clean. You can scrub your lips, scrub over your eyebrows, literally your whole entire face. It has 2 different types of textures on your face for different types of, you know, levels of exfoliation. And then after that, sometimes, or most of the time actually, I will use a moisturizer. And sometimes I will use a moisturizer with SPF, but that depends on if I'm going to be at track practice or outside all day. But I do want to try a new facial moisturizer with SPF in it, so if you have any suggestions, please leave it down below. I would love to know. But most of the time I will use my holy grail product, which is the simple 24-hour day to night nourishing skin to kind moisturizing face stuff, and this stuff is amazing. I love this so much. It's perfect because it's just light enough to not drown your face, but it's just heavy enough to actually add moisture to your face. And like I said, it's a day and night moisturizer, so depending on how much you use, it can be really, you know, nourishing and moisturizing, or it can be very light and refreshing and just enough to get your day started. And luckily a little bit goes a long way with this. I just wish they gave you more because I really like it, so I use it pretty quickly. I just wish they had, like, I don't know, one that was like double the size. So moving on, at nighttime it's quite simple what I do. I will take a nice little thing called Noxema. Obviously this is the off-brand Walmart version, but this literally has the same exact ingredients. It's the same product pretty much. I use this, so what I'll do is I'll get into the shower. Obviously I shower with warm water, and I'll apply this to my face at the beginning of the shower and stuff. And I think it has like eucalyptus in it, or yeah, eucalyptus oil in it. So it's one of those things that really feels deep cleaning and kind of like tingle on your face. It doesn't burn. Well, it can burn, but it doesn't really like burn. Like, it wouldn't leave your face scarred or anything. So I'll get in the shower, apply it, rub it around a little, and then just leave it there, kind of like a little mini face mask. And then before I got the shower, I will wash it off. My face just feels like ding 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 ding. And obviously if I don't get it all off of my face in a good manner, I will go back with the astringent that I showed earlier, and I'll use a cotton swab and just get the rest off of my face that way. If I'm not in the shower when I wash my face at night, what I will use is the Clean and Clear nighttime or night relaxing deep cleansing face wash. This stuff is so relaxing on your face. If I don't take a shower at night and I need to wash my face, this is what I'll use. But if not, I will use this one because it gets a nice deep cleaning. And to finish it off at night, what I like to do is I will take some vitamin E oil. I will just put that right underneath my eyes, rub it in there with my ring finger because that's the delicate finger. And then I will take this again and use it this time now as a night cream, night moisturizer, and put it onto my face. So that's pretty much my everyday skincare routine. I was gonna share a little bit more as far as tips and tricks, tools, and additional products that I use for, like, in case of emergency blemishes or something like that. But I think I'm going to say that for a part 2 to this video. So let me know if you would like a part 2 with a little bit more information on my skincare routine. And with that being said, we have reached the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learning a little bit more about what I do to keep my skin looking the way it does. The biggest thing I want you to take away from this is that my skin and your skin are going to be different, and what things may work for me may not work for you, and things that may work for you may not work for me. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you have any comments, leave those down below too. Like the video if you liked it, and go ahead and hit subscribe so you do not miss my next video, which should be out next Friday. If you guys want to reach me at other places, I have actually a website, and it is called amberrosario.com, and what I share there is my life as a professional model and a professional athlete, and I also share other lifestyle tips, tricks, photos, you know, different kinds of things. So there's some cool stuff there, and it's also a great source of information for people who are aspiring in either field. So check that out. And if you want to reach me on any other kind of social media, my username on just about everything is ambivert. So hopefully I'll see you next week for my next video, but until then I will catch you guys on social media somewhere. Alright, peace. It's kind of ridiculous how many games I have of The Sims, but I was a die-hard fan.